Hey y'all, I'm giving this one a second look because I felt that I owed you a little bit better of an episode than what I presented in the first place with the Tier 3 British lights, and so I wanted to redo it a bit. And I actually talked to a few people about a better way to run this tank. They said run a decent amount of gold in the howitzer round for the Cruiser Mark II for the cases of when you see this, the Tier 5s, and even the potential of seeing Tier 6s, because then you could two-shot tanks as needed. So I went ahead and switched to that, just running 10, do a 1/3 split. The extra penetration and damage, you lose a little bit of damage, but you do make up for it in that pin, and that's going to make a huge difference, and I'll be able to mostly one-shot pretty much everything from the Sherman down. So I'm not too afraid of stuff. Yeah, I'm going to be running gold a little excessively, but it's the simple fact of it's a necessity at this because of just the type of a round it is. While HE is still the recommended, I can switch back and forth between the two of them as I need to. And with it only being a 12-second reload, I can pick my shot and then change the round as needed based on how I hit or what I do. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of tilt my way this way, see if I can't hit any of these big old tanks here, as I accidentally cream my buddy. I need to get around him, that's the problem. And he's in a spot I need. But yeah. Alright, so we got this M5 coming up at us, so I want to make sure that I'm watching him first. So between him and the M4 are the two tanks I want to be cognizant of. And we'll let the KV-1 do a little bit of spotting first. Alright, so the Hetzer is out there. See if I can't find him to hit him. Oop, Sherman. We'll go after him. We'll zero that one in real quick. And of course, using gold round there, we'll see what we can do to him if I hit him. Ooh, he got stuck. So, way overshot, sadly. That one arced a little too high there. So, couple second reload, and he's going to be dead before I can even return fire. So, I'm not going to waste the shot there. But, as you see there, it's not exactly a long-range sort of gun. It's kind of a crap shot if I'm actually going to hit. But I need to get out of here because those KVs are going to hit me. Oh, I dodged that one pretty quickly. Alright, I need to truck and move. If I can get close, it's a whole different story. But firing at that range, me being able to hit's pretty, it's a crap shot. But overall, I mean, this tank is not a bad tank at all. As you can see, I'm not doing much, so I'm probably going to record one more in it, because, again, I feel like I haven't done anything. Ooh, and of course, again, I miss and don't do anything. But it's, again, I didn't give it really a fair shake, and I do feel bad about that I need to really give these tanks a fair look. And I'll hit this guy real quick. There we go. Yup. So, fantastic use of rounds there. Let's see if I can get this guy real quick. Well, let me wait a second there. Reload that. Come on. Nope. They got him. Oh, they killed each other, didn't they? Yes, they did. Okay, so I'll go ahead and run around past them and see what I can do. But, yeah, I mean, as you saw, when you hit loading the gold rounds, while it's 10,000 credits a round, 10,000 you can easily make up. That's not that bad. And just starting, I wouldn't recommend it, but if you're going to keep playing this tank, definitely recommend switching to gold rounds. Really going to make a big difference. And not exclusively, but definitely just a few of them. You're going to want them just so that you can be still battle potential when you're playing in this type of matchmaking. Can you see tier 6s? I don't know. I think you can only see tier 5s. But either way, there's no way I would have done a whole heck of a lot to those tanks if I was using HE. Of course, if there was only 3s and 2s left, then I'd switch to HE. But since there's still 5s and 4s left, I'll keep the gold. Because that's kind of how you have to differentiate it. One tier above you probably can get away with HE. That tier 5 and above, not a whole heck of a lot you can do. And you really don't want to risk it because, yeah, as I've been saying in the past, you always want to carry around like 5 gold rounds just in the off chance that you're going to need them. You don't want to run around and, you know, get yourself caught when you actually do need the gold rounds, because that's the one the one time that you do need it is the one time that you don't, obviously. So I'd rather have them and not use them than clearly just go around and not end up using them at all. So, as I can get up here on this Hetzer, or not Hetzer, Stug. Hit him for no damage. Wow, that sucks. Alright, so he's going to kill him. I'm going to Ooh, I got 5 seconds. I don't want to do that if I don't have to. 2, 1, and fire. Yeah, and that's why gold rounds are awesome. I'll take the death, but I still finished him off, which is fantastic. Might have been do enough damage to him with the HE, but typically you can penetrate and kill in a one-shot with the gold rounds on a Stug. Anything above that is kind of iffy. So we will let that one wind down. As you can see there, not too much. I did end up with 300 damage, so as you see there, you need to get up pretty close. In a city fight, you are pretty beastly, and it's not bad at all. And like I said, I was not giving them a fair shake, and it was not the tank's fault. It was the ×5 weekend, and that's just what happens. So I wanted to give you guys a second look at each of these tanks. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to one of the other tier 3s that I didn't really give a fair shake to. I hope that this gave a little bit better demonstration and better talking point of the Cruiser Mark II, the A10 here, because it's actually a fantastic tank. You just need to be up close. When you're up close, it is a fantastic little beast. Does some good stuff. Hold on, let me tell the people where he's at. Yep, I called that one. Down to 14 hit points. But yeah, so as you saw there, when I was up close, I was able to hit a whole lot better, do a whole lot of damage. Didn't really need to do too much else. We'll see what it comes up with here. So yeah, oh look, first class by destroying those two and spot damage for the other. Yeah, while you can say gold did make a difference there, you do need to be running gold in this thing. As you see here, I'm running a 20-30 split. It's not bad. Definitely want to focus more on the HE, especially if you're getting the tier 3 or tier 4 matchmaking. If you're going against 5s, definitely switch to gold. If you're going against lower, switch to HE, don't waste the gold. That of course being said, again, I'll take a look at its service real quick. You can see, oh no, it's 1600 credits. So it's not too bad. Overall, that does end up running you, what, 16,000 to fill up that 10, and then it's just a little bit every time you shoot. So it's doable. Alright, let's go ahead and check out the Cruiser Mark IV, shall we? So while this one doesn't technically need another fair shake, because the last time I recorded this, I did pretty well in it. As you guys saw, I was able to really take that hill in the Campanova map, even though I got shot trying to run away to at least get away from a tank I didn't think I could take on. This thing actually has fantastic gun depression, so getting on top of hills really suits it, especially with the armor slope that it has. It's going to be very hard for them to hit you if you're aligned right. And needless to say, the double tap on this Bofors is fantastic. And what do I mean by double tap? As you guys saw before, and I'll probably demonstrate when I'm shooting in this one wildly, while I do show as only having 2 rounds there, it actually has 2 per shot. So I pull the trigger once and I get 2 rapid fire right out of there for one of those little canister rounds. And it's not bad at all. They're very hard to keep on target though. It does take a little bit of work. And if they're a steady target, you can right click to do it, and that does help a little. But overall, you might want to just, shoot, hope that you get one. The second one's just a bonus. Setting up here to get in a good position here where I'm not able to be spotted. So let's do this real quick. I'm coughing still. And that's been over how many weeks now since I had the flu? God, do you think that would go away? Oh wow, there are T-57s right there. So no one apparently went this way, which is odd. And or we just haven't seen them. Okay, there's a 127. Now penetrating these guys, this gun is not a long-range gun. While it does have somewhat decent accuracy, you don't want to try and shoot at things at very long distances. You're better off waiting for them to close in, then fire. Because again, that whole being able to actually hit something is a different story than the rounds you're putting out. While the accuracy is decently tight, those rounds do fly a little wild once you get at range like where this Luke's is. I can try to hit him, and I probably will real quick just to show you guys. There you go. So yeah. But that second round is really hard to follow up with the first round. And the reload isn't too tough. It's not bad. It's what was that, 6 seconds maybe? F even that? But again, it's the whole trying to keep the rounds on target. Right-clicking does help, but they have to be a steady target. Because otherwise your shots are going to go wild while you're chasing somebody down or driving around. If they're not steady, you're never going to hit them. And that's part of it. You can't just go wholesale onto somebody. Ooh, I need to turn around. Base is in trouble. So I'm going to go ahead and spin real quick so I can get back that way and start preventing people from taking the cap. Doesn't look like it's too much of a problem yet, but I do want to be in place so that I can help as needed, especially with our artillery getting hit pretty hard right now. Now again, my gun depression isn't going to be the best, but I'm going to be able to do a little bit here if they get towards the cap, which I could just slowly sneak a little over, gun depress, shoot, and then retreat, which is probably what I'm going to have to do. Can't really rely too much on sniping. Again, as you saw, not exactly the best in terms of its accuracy. Now let's see what I can do. Yeah, see, the gun depression on this thing's fantastic. I can do this, not have to worry about being spotted. Now let's see if I can hit this guy. There we go. And perfect. Laid that one right in there. Back up a bit. Wait a second. Pull back out. And now we'll go for this tank. As soon as he crests the hill, I should be able to take on him. And now this, I don't want to shoot over here because I didn't want to risk hitting my buddy. But since he was, he backed off, I was able to pull back and hit that guy. Now I'm going to wait a minute here, kind of drop my, drop from the artillery, or at least let that artillery get killed there. Then I'll scoot back up a bit here, see if I can't spot something. Nothing. Okay, I'm going to pull back down, wait until somebody gets on cap, or wait until something else happens. There's that Panzer 3A. I'm going to try and hit him, see if I can actually see him to hit him. No, I don't see him. And I don't want to, of course, risk it yet. I want to wait until I get a better shot, or until somebody pokes up. I don't want to waste my spot and my surprise this early in the game. I'd rather wait, let things happen, and then take the move that I want. Like right now. Now I can go for it. He's crossing up in the open, and I just fire. Took him out. Easy kill. And of course I reloaded quickly there. Here comes a Locust. This thing might be a problem for me because he is a pretty nasty tank, piloted by actually a pretty good pilot too. So I got this reload that I gotta go through. So as soon as I finish this reload, I might be better. And I just need to... And I ricocheted. Come on, reload. Come on, reload. Yes! Good shot by my teammate there. He finished him off for me. Now, I'm going to stay back here and defend while I let them... we're going to debate this one real quick here. Don't know what to do. Debating if I should advance or if one of these guys should advance. Right now, we are kind of in the bad position. We're the ones who have the least amount of tanks, and we're also damaged the most. So we're going to be better off staying back and waiting for the opportunity. Of course, that Bison or Bison, whatever they called it in the World of Tanks video, that thing's still active. Oh! And I got nailed by the M2 medium. But as you can see there, I used this tank to great effect there. And it looks like we're probably going to get finished off pretty easily. When we did pretty well. But as you can see there, I used it to pretty good effect, just being able to climb that little bit of a hill. Being able to take stuff out. Let's go ahead and swap to him real quick. Ooh, he burned him. Nice. Finished him off. Now if he can just get away. I wonder where the M2 was because to be able to hit me. He had to be in the town somewhere. But we will follow Gilly here while I talk about the tank that I just ran. So yeah, as you can see, three kills is not bad at all. Could have done a little better, I'm sure, it had the Locust not rushed me and taken out most of my health, or if the M2 Light was or not M2 Light, M2 Medium was somewhere else, but not a big deal. I was able to make good use of it, and as you saw, the gun depression on the tank really makes it. It makes it just so much better of a tank than what any other tier 3 is. The simple fact that I can be able to fire with them not being able to hit me nearly as easily, and then of course the double tap makes it easy to not hit per se, but I can damage people with a follow-up shot. I'm not dependent on being able to fire and then, what would you say, fire and then have to aim back in. It's just fire, fire, wait, fire, fire. So it works out in the fact that I'm able to really, if I'm close enough, I can do excessive damage right up front, and if not, it's not a bad ordeal. I can still make do with what's available in front of me. Usually, as you saw, even at range, I'm able to land the shots. Ooh, there's the two mediums. One of them was sitting there that hit me earlier. Ooh, he needs to finish him off if he can. Nice. Finish off the other one, and then you need to move because that artillery's going to hit you. Alright, so that M2 is watching him there. He probably needs to relocate if he can. If he can pull this one out, it'll be a great little battle that he just did. But with 37 hit points, it's going to be a little rough. He might buy some time by letting his camo drop there, make him think that they're going to, that he's going to come up the other way and then come back up the same way. Good call. But yeah, I mean, overall, I wish I was able to stay alive just a little longer, but sadly I wasn't. And look at that, he was looking the wrong way, I believe. Now, if he can actually hit him, there we go. 2 more hits, and you got him. 1 more. Beautiful. Alright, now you just need to win the game by hitting, of course, the bison, wherever he is, and then finding that 35 without getting killed by him. But yeah, I mean, I've talked up the little 813 there, the Cruiser Mark IV, as much as I can. Overall, I really enjoy it. As a tier 3, it's easily one of my tops. It ranks up there with probably the old Martyr. Just, it really benefits from being in close. Again, most of these British tanks seem to benefit from being in the close range because they don't have much in the way of sniping ability, except for the next tank, the Vickers. But overall, I mean, you can see there, I was able to take out 3 different tanks, damage quite a few more. Didn't do half bad. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And of course, I wish I could have stayed alive longer. The M2 had a great shot wherever he was. I don't know if he was lucky or if he was just so happened to get a good shot in position on me. I don't know what the circumstance was because he didn't appear. But either way, it was actually just quite beautiful, to say the least. He did a great job to kill me. Sadly, I wasn't able to kill him. I wish I was. Oh, that sucks. But we did very well for our platoon. Sadly, we couldn't pull that one out. But there you go. So you get to see that one again. Of course, I'm dying in all these, but you know, it happens. So let's go ahead and we'll move on to the Vickers. While I probably won't be able to top the game that I had in the last video in this tank, I can, you know, have a little fun and give this one another look. I really enjoyed it last time. I honestly didn't think this tank was going to be that good. But once you upgrade to the full tank here, you get the better, I don't want to call it better gun, but the alternative gun. It really opens up because it is a quick fire, very consistent firing gun. And I mean, I'm able to hit things at very long range consistently, doing lots of damage over and over and over without missing either. And the beautiful thing is, it is very, whoa, why is my tank randomly turning? It is actually very accurate, so I don't have to worry too much about missing. It's just all about hitting over and over. The damage is not the best. The penetration's fantastic though. That is the good part about it. And same with the rate of fire. I'm able to put rounds over and over like that, downrange. I can hit things all day long. Now if I can only just see things that I'm actually shooting at, that'd be great. Now our T-82 derp wagon back there is doing some good stuff. Now we just gotta wait a little bit. We got the, looks like he's coming down this way. I don't know where exactly, but it looks like he might make a run out this way. Yep, okay, I'm gonna get in position to hit him real quick as soon as he comes around the bend. If, whoop, that was late. Let's see if I can't hit him. There we go. Sorry we got him. I didn't need to. Alright, so we got a BT-7 over here along with a Luke's. So we'll just put rounds downrange. It wasn't who I was aiming at, but I'll take it. Of course, I'm firing a little late there. A little later than I wanted to. We're tied up for the most part. But yeah, as you see, this thing is much, by and large, a sniper tank. Not up close. I want to keep range at a premium there. Because I can... Oh man, don't get scared away. I can hit things more consistently over and over, more so than I can hit things fast and powerful. So I need to really pay attention to that aspect, or you need to pay attention to that aspect of this tank, is it really is more of a, oh wow, that was a great shot. He timed that one very well. Now we got the concern of things that are up there, coming in around behind us. Got some stuff down there. Now what to do? I haven't really moved a whole heck of a lot, kind of because I don't want to. This tank is very well suited where I'm sitting. If I move, I'm risking things. But I also need to be willing to turn around here, which I'm going to. Alright, I'm going to turn around so I can face out, take on these targets up here as they come around the bend. Not worried too much about what's behind me. Of course, Zaro landed that beautiful shot early. Looks like they might finish off that medium. And then I'll have to fight off the mediums here So let's go ahead and swing this way so we can help out. There's just a martyr, and then these two M2 mediums. And I'm going to probably take hits I don't want to from them, but, you know, sacrifices must be made for the greater good here. I don't want them to scream past me, and I need to support the T-82 here, the derp wagon. Alright, he's going to cruise on past. I can't hit him. There we go. Now I can hit him. Just don't back up. Stop backing up. Stop backing up. Come on, I got him. Come on, fire. There we go. Alright. So, and you're right in the way. Zorro, move. Okay. Now that he's out of the way, I can get up here and I can take out this. Ouch. I'll take it. One hit. Powerful hit, but one hit. And that's the nice thing about this tank, is it really is a very, what do you want to call it? It's a very high hit point tank. So I can afford to take these hits. Not really have to worry too much about getting damaged or getting killed. I mean, obviously you don't want to sit there and take hits, but I could easily have afforded to take that martyr's hit. Not really too worried about it. Just have to deal with the M2 medium wherever he is up here, and then we should be good. As soon as I find him, I'll probably take a hit from him, but then he's probably heading back to base. No, he's over here. So either the derp wagon's gonna get him or I'm gonna get him. Hopefully I can get off a shot before the derp wagon gets him, because the derp wagon will one-shot him. But yeah, by and large, I mean, while I can't top the performance that I had earlier, this tank is a fantastic little tank. As you saw, it's all about the consistency and the ability to keep firing over and over. Not a problem. I mean, I could move with it as I need to. Ooh! I didn't expect that to happen. I thought that he was going to miss me. So, there you go. I died in all these, but I put up a good performance. And I mean, it's not bad. I wish I could stop dying, but oh well. Them's the breaks. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my second little look here. I was able to do a little bit better of a game. Have a little more fun. So, there you guys have it. Not necessarily as good as I did in the previous round, but yeah, I had fun and I enjoyed this. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed the second look here. Again, I'm sorry for that first video. It was a rough one. Anyway, I will catch you guys in another video.